Hey, little Wolfie here. Um, Today is the day. It is April the 4th. This is my due date. No sign of her. I'm just getting ready to go to the doctor. I have an appointment in about 20 minutes, so I have to leave in probably 10 or so. They're like 3 blocks away. I just like to be super early in case they can see me early. Um, Feeling slightly overwhelmed today. It's just it's really hitting home pretty hard that this is really happening. Sure, it's nothing compared to what I'm going to be experiencing when she actually starts coming, but just this weekend is it's almost been surreal. I know I did a really short video yesterday. It's just been surreal. I guess that's about the only word I can think of. Just unbelievable that we're at this point. Um, Granted, she's not here. As of right now, there's no sign of her that I notice. I haven't been having any contractions really, but at least nothing has changed. So the doctor will give me an update. We're hoping, we're hoping. Last week she was starting to drop. I could have told them that she was in my pelvis pretty far, but they have to, they let you know that she was starting to engage. She was getting into the lower positions in my pelvis, about where she needs to be to be born. But no dilation. But my cervix was starting to soften and thin out, so I was starting to efface, EFFACE, efface. That's what I'm calling it. So now we're just hoping for some dilation. Granted, dilation doesn't really mean anything. There are a lot of women who actually will dilate a couple of centimeters and will stay like that for several weeks. At this point, since I am 40 weeks, my understanding last week was they'll probably let me go up until a week from today, so the 11th. And if there's no sign of her at that point, we'll discuss other options, whether it be inducing. Well, inducing would probably be the first option. I would prefer not to do a cesarean unless it's an emergency. Or if I'm not physically able to give birth to her, whether it be for exhaustion or size or whatever possible issues there are. But fingers crossed. Let's think dilated and effaced thoughts, and I guess I'll have an update after the doctor. We are back. That was an interesting visit. No baby. no no sign of my body being ready, no sign of her dropping anymore, no sign, nada. I mean, my cervix is still closed. There, no change. Which is, I mean, it's pretty disappointing. I went in with really high hopes that all the cramping that I've been having the past couple of days would be a good sign, but nothing. So we are scheduled for an induction. So have another appointment next Monday. They'll do an ultrasound, assuming we don't go into labor before then. Hopefully we do. But sorry, I'm terrified. I'm scheduled for an ultrasound. Hey, an ultrasound next Monday. They'll check my amniotic fluid levels. They'll check her size, see how big she is. Part of me really wants to see her. And the other part's like, I really don't want to be induced. So, kind of mixed there. And, sorry. So I'm scheduled next Monday, like I said, in the afternoon for that ultrasound. They'll check, like I said, how big she is, my levels of my amniotic fluid. What that will tell them is how healthy my placenta is. Fingers crossed. I mean, to me, going in for an induction is probably, well, besides an emergency C-section, it's one of the worst, like, less desirable case scenarios, I guess. It's not the worst case by any means. Sorry, just a second. Sorry about that. It's very overwhelming, and I have a kitten who's very worried about me right now. I'm gonna sit down for her. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, we're sitting on the floor. Hey, it's all right. That was really close. So It'll check, see how healthy she is, especially that's super important, how healthy my placenta is, and that will kind of give them an idea how big of a rush um, the induction is. So, you know, of course, I'd prefer to have her naturally um, before next Monday. This evening would be excellent. Hey, Cora. Oh my goodness. Um, but I guess next thing we hope for, if we don't have her, look at this baby. Look at this little girl. Um, if we don't have her naturally before next Monday, what we can hope for is that the ultrasound shows that she is healthy and my placenta is healthy and my amniotic fluid levels are normal, so that the induction can just be I guess, kind of as relaxed as they can be. And then I go into the hospital Monday evening to start the induction process. Um, I need to do a lot of reading on inductions. I've just kind of been hoping that it wouldn't be a thing that I would need. But I'm sorry, I'm just like staring at Cora. My hopes are that if I have to be induced, that it's just very, no big deal. I know that it'll start next Monday evening. I have to call labor and delivery before I show up. And they'll start with one medication that'll be placed on my cervix to kind of ripen it, which sounds disgusting. Nothing about the process sounds appetizing is a terrible word, but appealing either. So, cervical ripening essentially. And that's in the evening, and then we'll stay overnight. And I'll probably be clinging to Barrett, terrified, the entire time. And then in the morning, they'll check again, see, hopefully that will encourage my cervix, I almost said placenta, sorry, my cervix to dilate. And with any luck, even start contracting by itself. That'd be excellent. But then likely they'll start doing all of the stripping of your membranes and all these other disgusting things that I've kind of ignored and hoped I wouldn't need. But now I need to do some research. So I need to know what's coming. I can't just go in and be like, oh, sure, no big deal. So, yeah, if we don't have a baby before then, I'm thinking that April 12th will be a good day to place your bets. The joke's always been that I always wanted to have a kid during, like Titanic. I call it Titanic time, between April 10th and the 15th, when she set sail and when she sank. Wasn't really thinking like this, but it's okay. We will be okay. I'm thinking I'm going to start going for a walk and driving down bumpy roads. All the other fun stuff they say to encourage labor. So we will be seeing what happens. So keep me in your thoughts. Keep Barrett in your thoughts. Keep Lillian in your thoughts most of all. She's the most important thing out of all of this, is that she's healthy and happy. And that, everything's okay with her. That for me is the number one thing. The longer we go out, the more nervous I get about this. But yeah, that was my appointment next Monday. That's it. It's her eviction day. She's getting evicted. So hopefully she deserts herself. She just kind of decides maybe she wants to come out. But if not, eviction day's coming, baby girl. So that is it. I'm going to try to figure out how to get off the floor now. So have a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Bye.